Hello,
Here we
Mr.
are.
Jake Mercure.
How's it going, Anthony? How you
Is,
doing?
is that how I say your last name? Is it Mercure?
Yeah, Jake Mercure.
Okay, just making sure.
Uh,
Okay, cool,
yeah,
cool.
you
Very
know.
nice. Hmm?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, man. This is we were just talking off camera and actually making each other laugh and stuff. Josh, why you have your
Josh,
second? He's got a second channel here. I see just a
I
J
see
and
that.
not
He's
your.
got, yeah, he has the J.
He's on the burner.
He's on the
What's up,
burner.
Abdullahi, Don Kim, Kate, John McKinstry? What's going on, fellas?
What's up,
And
John?
fellas, I should say.
Yep.
Um, so, all right. So we made it here live again. Thank you guys for being here every Saturday. I think going forward we'll do 3 o'clock because honestly, there's somehow the sun goes down more and more,
Oh,
faster and faster somehow in South Carolina. I don't know, but now it's like 3 o'clock and it's dark out. So
dude, it's dark up here. I'm in upstate New York right now, and it's definitely getting dark out there.
hell yeah, man, for sure. So eventually we'll have to go like 9 a.m. and then that'll be like a normal time. Um,
Yeah.
He's back. What's going on, Matt? Danny boy. All right. So the man in front of me we have is Jake Mercure, someone I'm very interested in the credit card YouTube space. Obviously, you can see his link down below. He's also got a channel if you haven't heard of him already. But he has a very entertaining and very unique style to his channel and brings a lot of humor to which we don't see that much often, in our niche and everything. And I figured one of the an interesting story he told me off camera, which I wanted to kind of hear live, which was you actually just went and got your global entry application. You went and did that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun.
Tell me that process because I haven't done it. I still
Sure.
have to.
Yeah, guys. Well, let's say let's see. I got a couple credit cards that give that credit, right? But
Mm,
when I first actually signed up, I just skipped the global entry. When I got my Venture X, that was the first one
mm,
that had that eligible credit. But I went straight for the TSA first because I actually saw
mm,
because global entry, it was like 6 months out delayed, and I wanted
mm,
TSA right away. But then what was it? I got the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and that had the credit for the global entry. So I was like, you know what? It's time to get the global entry.
mm.
And so I actually got it and did the interview. The interview was I actually did that last week, and it was a little interesting, definitely, because I went all the way to JFK. If you guys know, that's in
Uh,
New York and Queens, and it went pretty well. Honestly, the guy was asking for an investment advice. It was really funny because the questions that he was asking me was because as you guys know, they ask you a little bit of questions, and I was a
mm,
little nervous for that because I thought maybe I would have to explain why I'm going on vacation or where I'm going and what I'm doing with this business. But
yeah.
all they asked me was, "What stocks are you invested in?" And how
Really?
yeah, because he asked me my profession, and it's at like a financial services company, and he's like,
Hmm.
"Oh, how's the SPY stock doing? The S&P 500?" I was like, it's doing pretty well. I mean, yeah, is this like part of the interview?" And I was confused, but yeah, it went well. I did take the wrong train home, as you guys know. It's in New York, and I ended up very far into Long Island. But I live in
Jeez.
the Manhattan area, so it's very interesting when you go the wrong way. But it ended up working out all right. So
Yeah, that I told you too off camera. Like I almost did that with me and my well now wife. We were coming home from Manhattan and we were trying to take the train back to Staten Island where I'm from, and it was like dead at night, nobody to ask, and no, and if you do ask somebody, they just growl at you. It's like one of those situations, like and then that's it. That's your answer. And so we almost hopped on this one train, and we were like, and then someone was like, I don't know. We asked them, and then they came back, and they're like, "Oh no, that's going out to Brooklyn." I was like, "Oh my god, can you imagine if we did that?" And I was like, "Jesus, that would have been crazy." And eventually, just took like a bus home or something like that. But yeah, those trains are freaking crazy. So I'm glad you ended up in Long Island, which is a little bit safer, I would say, but
yeah,
still.
it was all right. Decent experience, I'd have to say. I just see a comment here. It says another East Coast guy. I got to say, guys, I'm actually originally from the Seattle area. I know
Mhm.
Josh has talked about that, like the Alaska Airlines thing. I'm from the West Coast, guys. I see that comment. There you go. Yeah, I'm Josh. I'm actually from like the Issaquah area, if you know where that is, in the
Hmm.
Seattle area. So it's good. Yep.
What do you think it's about? What's about Seattle and credit card YouTubers? I feel like we have a few people around there. Matt Welter,
I
isn't
know.
he?
Yeah, there's I think Kevin. Yeah. What else? What else is here? Matt, not Matt Clausen, the other Matt.
Hmm.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think Seattle. There's a lot of tech there, and I guess I'm also in tech. But you
Hmm.
know, we're interested to see what the game's like. So maybe that's what's up with that. I really don't know.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so that's a funny story. I still have to do my global entry. I just I don't know. There's one really close. I think it's in Charlotte. It's like maybe even a month out, but I just haven't done it. You know, I'll probably wait until the new because I jumped to TSA like you did, but I think I should probably jump to global entry. But beyond that, nobody really cares about that about me. I wanted to know more about you and your kind of story in life, kind of spanning, of course, credit cards and stuff like that. So, what made you kind of? I guess that's the typical thing. Just for
Yeah.
those of you who are unaware of who Jake Mercure is, who is Jake Mercure, and how did you get started in the credit card world? You think?
Well, guys, I got started in the credit card world in about what is it, 2017? Actually, quite a long time ago. I'm
Hmm.
24 for those of you who don't know. And right when I was 18, I signed up for the State Farm Rewards card because my mom helped me with that. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I
I
have
didn't even
not
know
heard.
they had one.
It's definitely an interesting card, but I got that card, and then I got the Discover It card not too long after that. And then, well, I was still in college at this time, so I mean, I wasn't really doing a lot of travel. It was mostly cash back kind of redemptions here.
Hmm.
And I actually got the Chase Sapphire Preferred because I was so interested in that in 2019 when there was still like the whole talk with the
Hmm.
Chase Sapphire Reserve. I was watching what was it? The Credit Shifu, if you guys know that. You remember when he was the OG Credit Shifu? I was watching
Hmm.
him. It was all he was talking about was the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and I thought that was so interesting. And I ended up getting the preferred, and let me tell you, I did not really have the capacity to spend $4,000 in 3 months. I got to say, it was I was working a job at Safeway, so I was a checker, and this is just during the summer, in between the school year, and because I was going to college at Washington State,
Hmm.
and yeah, so I ended up getting that card and used all of the points for cash back because I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't even get back into the credit card game until years later after college, where I was like, you know, I think it's time to start traveling again and see what's going on because I honestly didn't have the money to travel until I got a job after college.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, I got the Venture X last year to kind of reactivate the game again, and I ended up downgrading that CSP down to a Freedom Flex. But
Hmm.
there's a few other cards along the way that were not that good. I got the Freedom Unlimited, and I also got the Apple card.
Hmm.
So I've had experience with those, and then like I got like a BECU cashback card from like a local credit union in
Hmm.
Seattle. It was a good card, but yeah, I didn't get into the travel game until about a year ago. So then I've been just stacking up cards, and now I'm at like 11 cards. I've definitely got a lot of cards now. So I'd
Not
have to
bad.
say, yeah, it's been good. That's where I'm at right now.
Not bad. I want to go back to that State Farm card because that's it's the first I'm hearing about it. So your mom, so the culprit's your mom. She's the one that
Dude,
got you
the
this card.
culprit's my mom, man. I mean, she had the right idea. She was trying to get me into the credit game and build some credit, right? So I thought,
Mhm.
I guess I just went along with it, and I honestly didn't even want to use it right away. I had the card and I just left it unactivated in my drawer, and I kept using my Bank of America debit card because, I mean, I didn't see the point, and I ended up I had to call State Farm and get another card, and then I
Hmm.
activated the second one that came, and it was really, I think the only reason I was able to get that card with just no credit experience was because I had insurance with them, of course, right? I had
Hmm.
my whole family, they had like the umbrella policy and a bunch of cars with them. And I started with the State Farm card. It has no rewards at all. It has like maybe 1x or 2x back. I think 2x back at State Farm, and really wasn't much. But hey, I see the Jake from State Farm. I actually was that for Halloween. This
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I have like the Jake from State Farm polo and the khakis. I'm looking and feeling pretty fresh this Halloween, but
God.
I wouldn't recommend that card to be honest. It's not that great.
Well, we know what you're gonna be next Halloween on YouTube. That's what we're gonna see. We're gonna wear it, bring the card. That'll be perfect.
I
Yeah,
got to do it. You got to do it. But
that's great. Um, that's pretty funny. So no rewards at all, really? Just like cash back at
what was
State
it? It
Farm
was like,
purposes?
yeah, it was. What was it? I think I got 1x on everything, but the points
Hmm.
were only to be redeemed for like maybe I think it was statement credit for State Farm. And honestly, I wasn't even paying my bill until I was 18. So the first 2 years I had insurance, my parents were paying to me, which was really nice. But I guess I was just using the card and getting a couple bucks off insurance, and it wasn't much. There's no sign up bonus, and yeah, maybe it was 3x back at State Farm. It really wasn't a good card. No annual fee, so that's always important when you're starting out. But yeah, I mean, it was better than a debit card, I guess. I see. Don't use debit cards. I definitely don't recommend using a debit card. So that's good.
Definitely. But did you say, did I get this right? Did you mention, like, right after that card you got the Venture X, or how long after was that?
Yeah, so that was like 2018, and then in 2019 I got the Discover It card, and I got the double
Mm,
bonus, so the double cash back on that. And yeah, I got the Venture X in what, last year actually. So last
mm,
year was when I kind of got back into the credit game, but yeah, I've been kind of dabbling in and out of like the cashback game, and in between then I had the Apple card, like I said, and the Chase Freedom Flex and Unlimited. So I was building my trifecta
mm.
and saving up points. I actually used the Chase Freedom Unlimited for like a year and a half for just everything. And I still have all those chase points. And now that I have the CSR, I'm able to, use them. So I'm glad I saved them. I got like maybe 70K points just from spending on 1.5x back. So it was
Wow.
good.
Huh. MR. What's going on, MR? Debit cards are the Nickelback of payment instruments. Hey, man, I resent that. I like Nickelback.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I
down
know.
with them.
Yeah.
Sorry, CJ. Yeah, we had to rep Team Classic Gold. Hell yeah! From now until the end of time, as well. So maybe we'll see a little bit less of CJ. Okay. So that's okay. So what made you? So it seems like you had a lot of cards that were kind of, well, no annual fee, State Farm, the Discover It, your Apple Card, and everything. What kind of made you make that jump to an annual fee card? Was the Ventrex your first annual fee card?
Yes. Besides
Wow.
the CSP, because I had that card, but
Oh right.
downgraded it after a year. But I'd say
Yeah.
I didn't get into the game until the Venture X, and it was actually I was actually up here when the big Southwest meltdown happened. I don't know if you guys remember that, but in 20
Mm,
last year, about a year ago, so there was that huge polar vortex that hit the U.S. And I'm sure some of you guys in the colder regions may be able to relate, but it got very cold, and my flight was delayed, and then ended up being canceled for like I literally just got canceled, and I was stuck here for like 5 extra days.
wow.
So I couldn't get back. I was living in Chicago at the time because I lived there for a year, but
Hmm.
I thought, why not get something with some travel protections? And I think I just did the classic best credit card 2023 Google search, and I saw one of those articles, and I saw the Venture X was positive $5, and I for the effective annual fee, and I went for that for the travel protections, and yeah, that was the card that really got me back into the game for sure.
Wow, so that's pretty unique. So you actually had the forethought of, like, I don't want this to happen again. I need a card that will give me, like, insurance for traveling. Like, you actually had that thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually
Wow.
this it was really weird because this was before I really was in the YouTube community and that whole scene. My Where I started was like I was like I needed some sort of like trip delay or trip cancellation insurance. Like I
Hmm.
want to have that if I'm going to be booking with cash. I don't want to have to deal with I don't want to deal with this again. I mean, Southwest gave me 25,000 points for that whole experience, which is good,
Yeah.
It's good. I don't really use them as much. I still have like 15,000 of that left, but
Hmm.
yeah, I started from like a I need protections kind of standpoint for the least amount of money, which was $395 and effectively $5 positive. So that's
Hmm.
kind of where I started from. I see
Well,
CJ. Thankfully, I'm in South Florida. You don't have to deal with the cold up here, CJ. I think it's nice down there.
CJ can't deal with any cold. He's like, we all went to Vegas. We went into his hotel room. It was like, I think it was like 79 in his in his room, his hotel room. Like, he
Oh
does not
wow.
deal with it at all. I get it. Keith, you said, what about 0524 for the CVC here? Why 524? What's that? Oh,
Base
like Chase 524? Like,
CSC. What does that
the,
stand for?
I think CVC, like the code.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh
thought
yeah.
0420 was the best. I don't know. I
Oh
just
yeah.
thought.
You have the 0420. You didn't put the 0524. I guess it's an Amex card, guys. You know.
Yeah, maybe if I put a CSR here, maybe.
Yeah, you gotta make the CSR version. That'd be sick.
That'd be cool. That'd be interesting. Huh. Never thought about it. Maybe all the cards. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I'm actually a pretty big fan of the CSR myself, which is pretty unique in the credit card game. I'd have to say. I don't know. A lot of people seem to not like it, but I like it.
Well, I notice. It's funny. Like, the CSR had a really big, uh, I think it hit the ground really running back when it was kinda released. I think it was 2017. Am I right? 2016, 2017, something like that, maybe
Yeah,
2018. I don't know, and it
2016. Yeah.
landed, and Graham was talking about it, and I think Sebi was talking about it at the time, Sherfu, of course. Oh, it's like the first metal, like this widespread big bank metal credit card that was kinda released, and everybody loved it for many, many years, but then somewhere along the line, like, people started hating it, and you're like, what do you think happened to the CSR? Why is it coming back now, you think?"
I know. Yeah, it's definitely interesting because I remember watching that card. Huge sign-up bonus, right? But this was at a time also where the sign-up bonuses like that were not very common.
Mhm.
I remember seeing the 100,000 point sign-up bonus, and not really there was no other card like that. I think the Amex Gold had like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was like 20K or 30K like 4 or 5 years ago. It was really not that good.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and I just remember that card had the huge sign-up bonus to get a bunch of new customers, and then they kind of shrunk the card down a little bit, raised the annual fee. Now they got some benefits on there where most people are going to be getting the 250 effective annual fee, and it's not very it's not very attractive. But I
Mhm.
guess if you're able to use some of those benefits, like I use the Lyft benefits really well, so that helps get my because I use the city bikes in New York, so that was something I was about to pay cash for, and I did the Google search. I was like, can I get this for free? Is there a way I can get a city bike membership for free? Because I didn't want to pay $200, and I ended up finding that the CSR had that covered.
Hmm.
So I upgraded to the CSR in a product change, and now I've been rocking that.
Wow. So that's give what is that, 15 a month, I think?
Yeah, no, this that credit is $199 a year, and
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it's a one credit. It's $199 credit, so that makes my effective annual fee $51. And it's very that credit I've actually used the bikes 129 times on 129 rides already.
Oh
So
my
if you
god.
add and it's a $4 unlock fee. So if you do, I did the math. I've already racked up like $650 of value up there. But
Really?
it's a niche use case, I'd say. But the CSR doesn't have like very widespread credits that I'd say most people can use. So that's kind of why I think it's not very popular.
Huh. There's something I wanted to address before I go back to that, and I noticed a couple comments so far. So Chad just came in, and he's got me thinking. He said, "Yo, Anthony got Andy Samberg. What's the deal with Andy Samberg?" And
Oh man, what's up, guys? Andy Samberg here. I've just got to say, I don't know, man. I've been telling people that I was a third cousin, but it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. I look like Andy Samberg. You can kind of see the facial structure. I mean, maybe any resemblance here. I just have to say that's just the comments came through. My friends, anyone that I've met along my life has been talking about it, and I guess the YouTube community is no different. So maybe if we get the maybe if we can get me to meet him, that would be a heck of a video for sure.
well, Andy Samberg, I think isn't he the best looking out of all the Andy Samberg lookalikes? Like, aren't there a few of them? Isn't like Jesse Eisenberg, you have that guy from Victorious, and then Andy Samberg. I think they all kinda look, but I think Andy Samberg is the best looking out of all, so I think it's probably a compliment,
Hey,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
he's a nice guy too. I mean, I look good. I mean, if you feel good, you be nice. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. So it's definitely been good.
Well, how often do you meet him, like, or do you see him on the holidays and stuff? Like, he's come
Oh
over.
no, I was just kidding with the third cousin thing. I mean, honestly, I've been telling people that, but it's not true. So
Come on, man,
I
keep
do
it
want to
going.
meet, I do want to meet him though.
Okay. We'll make it happen one day. That'd be
We'll
funny.
make it happen.
Got a stunt double Ravenous going on, man.
Yeah,
No, that's pretty funny though. That could be a shirt, honestly. The Andy Samberg of credit card. Like, that'd be cool.
you know,
Branding thing. I don't know.
I guess I've just been like this whole experience. I've just been rocking with whatever comes my way. I have no idea what to expect. I mean, even with that, it's just like putting yourself out there is already scary enough. Like
Yeah.
in the very beginning, I gotta say, even now, I've been pretty nervous to talk online. Just you never know what's gonna happen, where it's gonna go, and who you're gonna reach. And I guess people are bringing up the Andy Samberg thing. It's definitely it's good. I see everyone. What's up, Josh? Josh, I've been mean mugging. I know I have been. I have that crazy thumbnail picture. If you guys want a story about that, I can talk about it. It's definitely interesting. I'd have to say.
Well, is there a is there a reason? Because I notice, from my perspective in the YouTube world, that those almost cinematic movie-esque, faces tend to do well? Is that kinda your angle, or is it just one you took that you were
It's
like, "This could work?"
You know, yeah, I see the villain origin story coming. It's funny because you guys, I'm sure you guys all know, what is it, Joshua Mayo. So you guys know the
Mm,
side hustle guy. So I was watching him like, maybe 10 months ago when it was kind of blowing up, and he had the same thumbnail for everything. And I
mm.
thought, that's interesting. It's definitely easy, and I mean, for something that's already hard enough to get started in, I thought, why not make one really good picture? And so I one night after work, I tilted my lamp that was in my living room a little bit sideways, and I actually put like a Target bag over it to diffuse the light. I didn't have
Oh.
light at all. I actually My first three YouTube videos was filmed with a lamp that was resting on a chair like this, and like a floor lamp, and it was just shining in my face, and with a garbage bag over it, and that's how I lit my that scene, and I just got that picture. And I tried probably 10 other times to get a better picture, and I was unsuccessful. All of them looked weird. It's hard to be natural. I don't know if you guys can relate with YouTube. It's definitely hard to be natural, and yeah. So I just kept that, and only till recently I've just been trying something new. But the click through rate was good. I've been looking at the analytics, of course, but yeah, that's kind of how that came.
I think it's definitely done well for you, and I think it's smart. It's a smart approach just to pick one thing and just copy and paste that for everything. Because not only is it, oh, is it like a good performing thumbnail? Okay, cool. People are clicking on it now. You know that's settled. Two, it's like branding. Everybody knows your thumbnails now. It's like that's your face, and you'll either, nowadays it's been kind of like the card in front with like the check or the X. But then in the past, obviously, it was like lines, like strategies and whatnot. I just thought they were always very unique, and because of that, maybe that's why people click a little bit more. So I think, yeah, I know. I hate taking new pics for thumbnails too.
Dude, yeah,
I
see,
took them like 6 months ago, and they're like I just have the same four that I revolve through now.
I gotta get. Maybe I should do that because I've been using one. I probably could get a couple more. It is hard to take new pictures. God, it's definitely hard
Yeah,
to take new pictures.
yeah, yeah. And even it's funny because professional photography never produced good pictures for me. I had to do it anyway for like real estate and stuff, but it still the pictures weren't good for YouTube. So the best way I found is literally just sometimes portrait mode or just honest regular photo with good natural light coming in from the window, and just
Yeah,
sit there for like a half hour and just do whatever,
I know.
something will come out.
I was doing the self timer thing, and then you start to get a little sweaty because it's getting hot, and you're nervous, and you're trying to get the
Yeah.
photo right. It's
Hmm.
not the best experience. I see Cesar in the comments. What's up, Cesar? How you doing?
Hey, yeah, we got a bunch of people in here. What's
We
going
got a
on?
lot of people in here. Matt
Hmm.
Clausen, what's up?
Mhm.
Josh, yep,
What is
that's
it?
cool.
All right. Oh, what's up, Just Money? Haven't seen you in a bit. Just Money killing it. I just take a lot of pics in one day and use them for a few months. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever change mine, to be honest. I'll probably just keep it forever. Just keep doing it. Even as I'm 55 years old, I'll put the same 20,
The same thing.
26-year-old picture. Yeah. That's
Good
funny.
man.
So you, so, oh my God. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, as far as, because I was curious, because now I'm starting to, well, I'm starting to notice, like we said, I'm starting to notice. Oh, take care, CJ and Team Class Gold. Thank you, man. Um, one thing I started to notice, like I just said earlier, like the CSR, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, is starting to gain a little bit of traction. We've seen a few people make videos now. Spencer, Daniel Braun, a few others, and I see yourself talking about it. Were you? Am I right in assuming you were considering canceling the Ventrex for the reserve?
It's actually interesting. I have a video. Well, I guess I'll tell people right now. Okay, I got the MX Platinum. So I did. I got the 150K offer last week. I recorded it. It's going up tomorrow. I don't. No one knows. I just broke the news here.
Oh
CSR,
my God!
dude. I have all three right now. It's pretty nuts. The CSR is trash, but you can use the lift credit like I do. Then it's good. But for most people, I do agree it is not the best card. Ventrex is good. I'm just getting tired of that $300 credit. I don't know about you, Anthony, but I just can't. I just don't want to buy a flight for $300 anymore in the portal. No, I at this point I got all the points now. Now that I also have the CSR, so any domestic flight I'm gonna just want to use 1.5 CPP. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I have all three now, and I got to figure out which one I'm gonna get rid of. But I'm not sure. I think
Okay.
I know, but I don't know if I even will get rid of it. But we'll have to see.
Well, you better make sure that you do a video talking about what you should do, and then wait a week, and then do what you did do, which you already did. That's what I would suggest. Uh,
Yeah, I've definitely been making. I think I've definitely pissed off a couple people recently, especially with the "I'm canceling the MX Gold" video. A lot of dislikes on that one. I gotta
mm.
be a little careful with the YouTube community. I do care about you guys. I don't want to make anyone mad here, but yeah, that I got a lot of dislikes. But I do like the platinum. I do like the gold. The credits are a little frustrating, but the benefits are just really outweighing. The benefits are just there, you know. Like this, you never know who you're going to meet in a Centurion lounge access line. You know, like who, like that networking opportunity is just already worth it. You never know what's going to happen. But
So I've heard. Unfortunately, it wasn't my experience just yet in Vegas. I was like, let's see if we can meet anybody here. And I walked in, it was just me and Calvi just eating food and getting wine, which was great too. I mean, that was totally worth it, my opinion. So I won't pester you on what you think you're going to end up canceling,
yeah,
because that's a good amount of annual fees. I mean, that's like what $1,300 in total, or 17 or $1,400, something like that. That's pretty. You're up there, man. Yeah.
I'm definitely up there. I'm definitely up there. I mean, all of them. It's definitely tough because I can get value. I can really get value from all of them. I don't. I also don't have a car, so the transit on the CSR is insanely good. I love the 3x back on that, and that travel credit is just it just flows perfectly. I mean, you know, I got all the like, you know, like I said earlier with the LIRR, the trains everywhere. That's all covered with Uber. That's all covered, and it's a good solid, you know, travel credit. I'd have to say. Let's see what
Gotcha.
people are saying. I want to see what they're saying here. The
Well,
Wells
Chad's
Fargo.
very
I'm
hyped.
excited for Wells Fargo too. Yeah, Anthony,
Hmm,
are you excited for Wells Fargo transfer partners?
I guess. I mean, oh wait, but let me cut myself off. Dollar Man, the amazing Dollar Man, always killing it. He's coming in. 5 spot. Appreciate you, man. Love this dude's vibe and humor. Jake Peralta, Mercure. Good stuff as always, Anthony. What's that? Jake Peralta?
Jake Peralta, Brooklyn 99. Let's go, baby. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. Love the comment. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry. Jake, are you a part of a gang?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Not on the weekends.
Okay, not of the week. Gotcha, gotcha. Appreciate you, Dollar Man. That's pretty interesting. I'll have to look into it more into the Brooklyn Nine Nine. That's
Yeah,
wow. I rep the what the 718s, the 917s. I don't know what else to rep. I don't know. It's just my phone numbers in the past.
I'm repping the 425 like Josh, probably.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
So I think judging what you're saying, and you're a little bit tired of that $300 booking flights. VentureX might have to go, unfortunately. I don't know.
I
I don't
know.
know. We'll see.
I
We'll
just
see.
saw someone say you could book a hotel with it too.
Yeah.
Oh man, the whole hotel game is definitely something I'm trying to learn and figure out. I'm trying to not buy any more with cash. I really do want to not. I want to try to travel for free, other than taxes and fees. But yeah, I mean, I theoretically could book $300 of hotel. Actually, I don't know. Can you do like a cash and points redemption in the Capital One portal? Like, could I use that $300 credit for a hotel and then pay the rest with cash? I don't want to use the points for a 1 cent per point redemption,
Hmm.
but I'm trying to think. Like, that would be cool.
I would imagine you can. I mean, I don't have the card. I never use the portal, but I would imagine you can. Maybe you guys will know. Some of you guys, VentureX users,
Yeah.
will know that. That would be interesting. I mean, do you find yourself now that you have acquired platinum? And of course, this stays between us, all right? Everybody in here. Do you feel as though you are going to start traveling a little bit more for the future?
Oh yeah. So mostly I've been doing lots of whatever domestic flights. So I have family in Seattle, like I said earlier. So I actually lived in Chicago for a year. I moved there and hung
Hmm.
out there for a while. So I was flying from Seattle to O'Hare, and then also to Albany up here to visit family in Vermont, and then New York City. Now I live there, so I had to move there. Lots of domestic redemptions. I went to Paris and Amsterdam in February, and that was the last time I went to Europe. So I'm going to make a lot of European redemptions. And I actually called a friend today, and we were talking on the phone. I'm going to go all the way to the Balkan Peninsula, guys, in the cold. I'm going to go there in February. I'm going to Serbia and Austria in February. It's gonna be fun.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm planning on doing this. It's actually really unique. It's Air Austria or no Austrian Airlines lay flat business class for 60,000. what is it? Aeroplan points, and then Air
Hmm.
Serbia. Air Serbia is something I haven't heard of. The Air Serbia lay flat business class, 60,000 points from American Express. I think that's my next plan here. That's going to be like a big redemption. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
massive, man.
No way. Josh has flown on Air Serbia. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I think do they go to Seattle? I would not recommend.
Oh
Maybe
god.
that's maybe not. So I okay. So I'm definitely going to Austria because I have a friend over there that's studying it over there. But yeah, so you don't recommend it. I got to see because I might be able to maybe go take a train to another nearby here hotel and take something better. Yeah, New York to Belgrade.
Hmm.
That's the one that I was gonna do. Let's see.
Wow.
Dang, yeah.
And, Cesar did say you can as long as you're using a portal, it should trigger the credit for the VentureX.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Okay. And I got to think about that. I mean, it's tough to keep all three cards, though. I guess going back to that, I don't know what to do. I got to think about that. Yeah.
You'll make a good decision.
Oh,
But
Cesar's
that
been to Serbia. That's cool.
oh, yeah,
It's
he's
really cold. I'm expecting it to be 20s. I have a big parka with I have a big parka and some boots. It's gonna be fun. I mean, I like to go to unique areas and unique times. It's more of my travel strategy. I don't know about what you like to do, Anthony, but I like to go to like off season weird locations has kind of been the most fun thing for me. I want to go to the most unique parts of the world. I'm not really a beach guy. I don't like the. I
hmm,
mean, I don't like the beach vacations on like the big resorts as much. I like the buying the flight and figuring it out kind of vacations, and it's definitely fun. I mean, it's gonna be fun. I like the food and the culture. I see a comment about that for sure. Definitely.
hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's your motivation for wanting to go to, like, maybe these more less talked about locations?
I think it's so interesting learning about like other people's cultures and just experiencing the food and like the nightlife and just seeing like how the whole entire culture of certain parts of the world works. I mean, this is like almost Eastern Europe. It's definitely I really I mean it's I've been to like main places like I went to Paris and it was cool. I like
Hmm,
Paris. I want to go back to Paris, but I just I don't know. I like going to. I want to go to some new places and see what it's like. It's not something I've done much. I haven't really traveled a lot. I mean, I went to Spain also last year,
hmm.
and I went to Italy. So I got kind of the main four bigger places out of the way. I got to go to London
Wow.
still, but we'll make a quick redemption and get over there from New York. It should be not hard. But yeah, I'm trying to get over to like I want to go to Thailand, Japan. I guess those are kind of main things too. But yeah, I'm trying to go as much as I can all over.
That's great, man. I didn't realize you traveled so much. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Huh. But you also said did you mention earlier, you said you're trying to, like, come away from paying cash for things. Have you been paying cash for a lot
yeah.
of these? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay. So yeah. So the way I did it. Yeah. So last year I wasn't really in the game as much. I was just kind of like using the freedom card for everything. And
Hmm.
I bought a hotel with cash. That was annoying. And what else did I do? I bought the flight. I just bought Condor Airlines from Seattle. Josh, you may know that the Condor Airlines is the Lufthansa economy, or it's Lufthansa. It's a Lufthansa company, but it's like very bare bones. It's probably an older like seven. What is it? An older 777 with the that's outdated, but it's their economy cheaper line. And yeah, I've been paying cash for things like that, and I just thought getting into the game would be fun. And when I went to Paris and Amsterdam in February this year, I did. So I had the VentureX. I was hitting the sign up bonus on the VentureX with the hotel,
Hmm.
and I paid cash again for those. So it's been all cash. Yeah, that's a lot of cash, dude. A lot of cash out the
Jeez.
door. But now I got a surplus of points from all these credit cards, and got to figure out what to do with them.
That's wild. See, there's not many people who are in this space that, traveled but on cash. I think actually Josh is one of them, but traveled with cash, like traveling before getting into the game. Like people who wanted to get in the game, they got in the game, they got the points, and they paid for everything. And like myself, like I didn't want to really pay cash for anything, but that's pretty wild. Yeah,
I mean,
99% of travels on cash. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, for me, it was mostly like I needed a job first. Like getting out of college and having no money, it's like I guess I just forgot about the game, but I needed to have some sort of stable income to be able to do anything. And
Hmm.
once I got that, then I was like, let's go travel a little bit. And now I got into the game late. Yeah, Josh got into the game late. I know, dude. That's what I did too. I didn't know. I kind of forgot about it all, and now I'm definitely into the game. So we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah, man. That's great. That's great. So you have so the ones that you have planned, you're thinking like Japan, Thailand, and then anywhere else you said? Other
Um,
than
I want to go to Iceland. Maybe I think that one could be a quick one. I could do that pretty easily, just direct.
hmm,
Um, I think it's interesting. I want to see. I want to experience some like Northern Lights or something, or in the summer, the fresh green grass and all the waterfalls and stuff. I feel like that
hmm,
could be cool.
wow.
Um, yeah, it's a lot. I have my SoFi savings account. I don't know if you guys use SoFi. It's interesting. I like that a lot. But I have a vault in there, and that's where I keep my money. So I keep like if I have enough cash to do like the cash part of the trip, like the food and like the what else, like buying smaller things, and I'll kind of be like, okay, we're ready to take a trip. But I do try to save up a little bit of money there before I can kind of just go everywhere because it's not free. I mean, I'm sure you guys know making redemptions is not $0. It's not, right? I mean, you
Definitely
got to
not.
pay taxes and fees or buy food and taxis and all that, right? So I
Oh,
mean,
forget it.
yeah. So,
I'm
but
learning now that the points that I transfer from Amex to Air France, that is like no matter what I do, I'm gonna end up paying about $700 in cash for like a business class flight over to. Now I'm thinking Charles de Gaulle. I just didn't
yeah,
over in Paris and stuff, but because that's the cheapest. But I didn't realize that at the time. I was like, oh, I want to pay 700 cash, but we'll see. But yeah, there's always something. There's always paying. I guess anywhere,
I
even when
know.
you land. I mean, the food and stuff like that. Hotel, everything. Hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot, but it's worth it.
What's a SoFi vault?
Yeah, I saw Josh talks about it. Yeah, Josh, we're like the same person, man. That's funny. Dude, I
You
love so I know SoFi talked about it a lot. I know Daniel Braun likes to talk about it too, and he has the. I think it might have the affiliate, but anyway, the SoFi vaults are so there's the checking and the savings account, right? You're going to get 4.6% on the savings, and then there's vaults that you can have inside of the savings account. So it's not a separate like a routing and accounting number. It's the same, but there's like little vaults that you can open and close and just automate putting money into that. So every time I have a paycheck
hmm,
that comes in, it splits between both the checking and the savings, and then it splits up again from the savings into these little vaults based on like a percentage. So that's how I'm
hmm,
able to like save small like over time for trips is just break up my paycheck. I had another one for moving, so I like saved up money to buy furniture and stuff when I moved. And now that I did that, I drained that, closed the vault, and
hmm.
it's gone. And now it's just a good way to organize things, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Josh, you said it right there before me. Good.
You guys are best
So
friends. It's great.
that's funny. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna go. I'm going to Seattle soon. Maybe we should hang out or something. That's funny.
Oh, get some nice collabs going. That'd be cool. Um,
Absolutely.
so how do you feel as far as the cash is? Because I don't know if you know, but I'm like very much a scarcity mentality person for the most part. It's like I'm afraid to spend money on certain things, and that's why I you know, subsidize all my points because I don't want to spend cash for anything. How do you feel also being a person who spent, I guess, a good amount of their cash on all these vacations and stuff like that? Is there ever a time where you regret, like, oh, maybe I should have saved?
Yeah, so I mean, this is like since it's so like before the game even happened for me as much because like I said, I was in it early and then I kind of
Yeah.
got out of it and then I'm back in it, but I didn't even think about like the opportunity of having the points paid for it. I knew it was a thing, but to be honest, I
Yeah.
just was like I was so excited to get over there to Europe for the first time. I was like, you know what? What's a 200 or $250 each way regular economy flight? It's not that bad, I thought at the
Hmm.
time. It was $500 round trip from Seattle. So, and I saw someone said, "Do you stay at the Mercure Hotel in Paris?" I did not. I saw that; they're pretty cool. But sup? What's the story here? I'm talking about cash versus points here. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, I guess I just didn't know. I mean, I think a lot of people don't know either. And as you learn the whole game, the game's complicated, as you know. There's a lot to learn about it, and I guess just over time, I've learned the ways to redeem and how to do it, and I've just grown from there. And now I'm in a position where I'm like, you know what, we're definitely going to be redeeming for points.
Hmm.
Tons of points on the way. I got the 5 free nights credit with the Marriott, so up to I got 50,000 each night credit. So I'm excited to use that somewhere.
Hmm.
And I guess does that make sense? Is that answering your question?
Yeah, it's funny because I have asked a lot of people this question, and usually, overwhelmingly, nobody really has regrets like for the cash that they spent, etc. It's usually just I took the vacation when I wanted to, or I took the travel when I wanted to because it seemed cool. I did it, and
Yeah,
like nothing changed in their life. They're like, okay, it was amazing, and now I'm building up points, and I'm going to pay for it in the future. Whereas I'm sitting here, have done none of it because I'm worried about spending cash, and I'm like and either way, we're going to end up in the second part. But I didn't get to do the first part, which was just travel for the hell of it, and just
yeah.
and build it up after the fact. So it's cool to see that nobody really has regrets for it. So that's good to know.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to spend the cash, man. I know. I'm uptight about it. I feel like I just like, dude. I moved to New York and I was really not happy about that, dude. My rent is so much.
Mm.
Everything is so much. I pay, dude. I have it's 2,500 for my rent, and
Oh, Jesus.
it's a lot. It's a lot, honestly. I don't know if I want to do that. It's tough. I got to say, but I think if you can live your life a little bit and obviously within your financial means, I think saving and having fun too is a balance. You got to balance
Mm.
it out, and that's just what I got to say about that. I think
Mm.
yeah, it is worth it. It is worth it. I had to say, I learned a lot when I traveled. I came back to the U.S. and I was like, how come everything is like driving and like I am just like I was like I just want to experience like walking and all that. And so that's why I moved to New York. I was tired of freaking driving everywhere, and I wanted to get some walking in, and there's way more community I feel like with that, and it was something that was new to me growing up in like the western part of the U.S. is
Mm.
a lot of driving everywhere and a lot of sitting in traffic, and I was just tired of that. And when I saw how like a lot of Europeans live, I thought that was so cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
And Josh also said he says his cash travel was special point in his life where I sold everything I owned and was unemployed and just went for it. But I'm happy to use points from now on. But now that he's back to real life, he says.
yeah,
Interesting. Hmm.
yeah. I have friends that have done that too, and they don't seem to have any regrets. People just do it. They just I don't. I've actually never heard anyone say, I wish I didn't go on that trip."
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm finding for sure. Ravenous agrees. California is just driving, constantly
Yeah,
driving. Oh my god.
yeah,
Um, that's funny. Speaking of, I remember because someone mentioned it. I'm forgetting who. Well, actually, I could just scroll up, right?
yeah.
Um, oh, Anthony. What's going on, Anthony Fantino? Talked about the Mercure Hotel in Paris, and I remember you mentioned that in a comment once that I left on your channel. Um, what's is that is your last name French?
Yeah, so French Canadian, right? I
Hmm.
actually have family. I said I was talking to you earlier. I have family up in Vermont, so it's close to like the Quebec area or Quebec, whatever you want to say. But I get yeah, so that's where that last name came from. So I'm not French exactly. I just like to go to France. My girlfriend likes to go to France. She actually studied abroad there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I enjoy it, and I think the French language is really cool. And yeah, I'm kind of French Canadian a little bit. That's where that came from.
Wow. Well, do
Yeah.
are you quite literally like have a dual citizenship or
No, no,
oh,
not.
okay.
I'm American. I don't have any other
Okay.
citizenship. Just like family up there, up in
Gotcha.
Vermont. They got the roots from there. So I can't
Oh,
speak French. I I,
oh no.
I can barely speak Spanish, man. Like I took Spanish in college, in high school, not college. So yeah,
Really?
the bed bugs send their regards. That's true. I mean, I didn't. I went there before then. I don't know about what's going to happen now. We got to see what's going on about that. But that's
Yeah,
tough.
there's so many different things. I'm like, man, do I want to travel? The bedbug issue. Do I want to travel? It's election year. I don't know. It's like I
I
feel
know.
feel afraid to go out there. I don't know. We'll see. Oh
Yeah.
God. Um, my French is awful. That crap makes zero sense. That's funny.
Especially
That
numbers. I get that. Yeah.
Jesus. Um, so okay, so now I'm kind of interested. So I wanted to know how you kind of got started on YouTube. Like you said off camera that you've been on YouTube for a long time, but what made you? What drove you to actually start your own YouTube channel to where we're here today?
God, man, it goes back a long time with YouTube. I've actually I don't know if you guys know this. I've never said it, but I've had another YouTube channel. I still have it. It's up right now. I have 78
Uh,
subscribers. No one will find it. I'm not gonna tell it what it is, but I got it's actually I'll say it's an automotive YouTube channel. So I was into that in high school,
hmm,
and I've been watching YouTube quite literally since 2010 and maybe 2009, honestly. And I guess last year I was visiting my family during Thanksgiving, and I was having a glass of wine at a winery in Woodinville, Washington. And I thought to myself, I need to have some sort of business or side hustle. You know, I've been working, and I think it would be really nice to, you know, maybe get some sort of try something new. You know, stay competitive, stay sharp. I don't want to just sit at this job and not do anything. And I ended up coming on to I came onto the YouTube idea. I thought that would be really cool. And I actually this exact channel that I started, there's about 6 privated videos that are not credit card related. The first video I made was a video of me walking around my neighborhood in Chicago that I lived at, and it's called "I Have No Friends." I just recorded myself, and I was like just talking to the camera, getting used to how it feels, and it was literally just saying like, "Yep, guys, I just moved here. I got no friends, and I just wanted to say hello, everyone." It's dumb, you know. It's something to get started, and I guess it's pretty similar to I guess a lot of other people's stories. They just want to. I honestly just want to feel heard, and I want to, you know, share my ideas with everyone and connect. I just want to connect with more people. You know, I
Mhm.
see Chicago. I lived in right next. I lived in Southport corridor in Wrigleyville area, so it was cool. Yeah.
Hmm.
I see a question. Are you coming to New Orleans Labor Day 2024? I saw that. I honestly am just getting into like meeting all you guys. I am gonna go. I think I'm gonna do it. I want to meet you guys. I've been nervous and not really talking to a lot of people in the comment section, but I think I'm gonna do it. You know, why not? I think that would be a cool place to go. I've always wanted to go there. So yes, Chad, I'm definitely gonna go.
Definitely? Really? You sure you want
Definitely.
to say definitely? Okay.
I
Okay,
don't know,
very
man. I
nice.
guess you know. I'll say most likely we're gonna
Was
go.
like just in case
Most
you want
likely.
to be beholden, but that's awesome, man. Yeah, drop some questions and stuff in that Discord. They have the whole New Orleans chat and everything, so
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, when's this happening?" You know, and yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess
I
yeah.
don't know if I'm going. I'm just saying. I just set it up for everybody. I won't know until a couple months out. I keep telling people like even Vegas was like 2 months out. I was like, July. All right, let's book it. So that's just how I usually do things. I'm horrible, but you know that's what
I know it is pretty
that's what I'll
far. It's far away. I've never booked anything that far in advance. Not even to Europe, dude.
do. Wait,
The
but
Matt Fawcett booked the hotel.
now
Book now? Should I, dude? I don't know what.
live.
I
No,
know. I have 5 free night credits. I could use some of those there. I got, dude. You say booked hotel now? Dang, that's so far in advance. I have not done anything like that before. I got
oh
to do
god,
it. Anthony's going.
we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I will book in January. So there, Kelby
Nice.
will see to it. Oh god. Kelby's
Yeah.
not even saying he's gonna go yet, I don't think. I think he's
Yeah.
thinking about it. I think he'll go if I go, but if he goes, then I'll have to go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That should be fun. That's interesting.
I'm definitely
I'm
excited.
just crazy. I don't know. I always think I'm gonna get like shot somewhere, or you know, I don't know. I'm like New Orleans. I'm like, is it a dangerous place? Like Chicago. If we gotta meet up Chicago, never. I don't care if
Oh,
it's
dude,
in your old
Chicago's great.
neighborhood. No,
Chicago's great. I actually love Chicago. It was awesome, dude.
really.
Yeah, it's definitely good.
Jesus
You gotta
Christ,
try it,
man.
man.
Well, we've been watching the show. I don't know if you're familiar. It's The Bear. I think it's in
Yeah,
Chicago.
I
I
saw
actually
that.
really like friggin' the show, but is it? I don't know. Is it like that?
Yeah, I saw that. It's not. I mean, if you guys watch Shameless too, where they have like, you know, that's definitely it's definitely a rough show, but you know, it's not. It's really not like that. The one thing about Chicago, I don't know how much we're going to get into it, but it's definitely way different based on where you're at. Like that's
Hmm.
something that I didn't know if I really liked as much because it's kind of hard to get out of your own area and see what's going on. Because it is nice on the north side. I lived on the north side, but I always wanted to see what it was like everywhere else, and I did go around, but it's very like separated, I guess segregated from everything, which was really something I noticed. But
Hmm.
it's it is a nice area. There's a lot. There's the architecture is amazing. In the area I lived in, Wrigleyville, was a lot of fun. There's the games are so fun, dude. If you got like, going to Wrigley in the summer, it's amazing. You guys that
Hmm.
know that, it's amazing.
Wow. Every
Yeah,
big city has its parts. Hmm.
we're number one in some things.
Oh my God. MR. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, that's it's funny because being from New York, obviously, people from South Carolina like, oh, it must have been rough. I'm like, I was in a nice part. It's you know,
Yeah, so you were in Staten Island.
huh?
You said you were in Staten Island.
Yeah, Staten Island. That was my that's my hometown. So that was
Nice.
I guess home city. It's like 500,000 people. It's pretty big, but there it's like now it's starting to get worse, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks. But because I think all of the other crime from the other boroughs is starting to trickle into the nice areas. But yeah, Staten Island will always have that good place in my heart. But
Oh, yeah.
I fear it might get worse. But yeah, Chad says Anthony's going to go so he doesn't get left out of the next airport lounge pick. Yeah, man, you're right. I can't be left out of pictures. I have to be everywhere. It's-
Yeah.
okay, so back to your YouTube. So you had so that's interesting that you started. Now, is that how you kind of wanted to make your YouTube channel? Whereas I don't know, probably some life events and stuff, kind of documenting your life. I'm guessing, like, oh, I have no friends, or what's happening at the moment.
Yeah, I just thought I didn't know what topic to do. I know what is it? Ali Abdal just says go for it. Start recording and
Yeah.
figure the niche out after. And I was like, maybe I could do that. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to try something. I know there's potential in it. I'm tired of sitting around and watching everyone else grow around me all the years, and I just never tried. So I thought, why not give it a shot?
Hmm.
And I guess I was like, I got this Venture X, and I thought, maybe there's something to it. I could maybe see if there's ways to talk about it. And I guess my first credit card video. I don't know if you guys know this, but those first 5 videos I made got like 5 to 20, 5 to 20 views.
Hmm.
Nothing. I took them down. They're garbage. And then I posted the Venture X video. I thought, why not try it out, see what goes on? And that one got like 100 views the first day. I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. And
Hmm.
then like a couple days later, it started to go up and up and up, and then it got like 1,000 views, and I was like,
Wow.
getting real audience, real subscribers, and I guess I'm just following where the demand is here. I think a lot of people have kind of pivoted into the credit card niche because of like the demand behind it. I
Yeah.
mean, you've seen other people talk about like you're not getting any other views talking about how to invest or anything like that. I don't know why
Hmm.
it's like that, but I'm just kind of been directing into that, where the demand's at for that. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's just been so heavily talked about over the years, and there's also a lot of negative connotations around it now with so many people that took sponsorship deals, or I don't know, we had the rise and fall of the market, crypto, everything. So I think it's just people are kind of over it a little bit. Like, we know the general advice, but now it's just like what. And that's why I really like credit cards, because it's really like a no lose kind of game. I mentioned it in one of the last podcasts, but it's kind of like, oh, well, you can raise your credit score and you can do whatever you want in life for getting loans and stuff. Obviously interest rates. You can get approved for a credit card and you can have life changing vacations. Like, what's the real downside to like getting credit cards if you're already financially, like, the people who are watching our stuff are usually financially well off, so they're not
right.
their concern is like, it's not, oh, my credit score is going to drop and I'm going to lose my house. Their concern is like, did I get denied because of 524? Like, that's their biggest, like, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen in our community. And when that's the worst thing, I think you just have a happier, more positive like experience talking about it. So I
I
think that's
guess
probably
so.
what it is.
I guess
um
so. I see the question. How long does it take to edit? I do want to talk about that. It does take a while. I don't know. Well, it's a little interesting because I have two ways of editing. The first one, I did so I use Final Cut Pro, but I did spend hours editing my videos, and then so probably like 10 hours over multiple days to make some of my older videos. And then I just
yeah.
thought, I don't need to add all this extra stuff. I want to connect more and be more authentic with everyone. And I pivoted into the no edit technique. And that has been something that has been a little interesting for me, but that's it's been less work. But honestly, I think it's an easier way to connect with everyone and just be more authentic. But I'm kind of getting more into like the editing with a few steps, not too much over editing, if that makes sense. I thought I would talk about that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's definitely well, it's funny because we talked about it off live, but um I think there is a shift on YouTube to where it's going to be less and less edited. It's funny how things are cyclical. I remember 2013 watching YouTube in like the bodybuilding space. A lot of it was just kind of raw, maybe a timestamp like, oh, this is like 8 a.m. I'm waking up, but the rest of it is just cuts and them talking, and
Do
just no
yeah.
editing.
Do you
It did
watch Sam
well.
Tulik?
Well, that's yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
the biggest.
exactly.
I
The
don't watch
boxer.
him, but I watch from afar. I'm like, yeah.
Isn't that cool? I think that's that. I think his channel is amazing, dude. It's so awesome. It's
If
it's so cool the way he does it. I think that's something that's I'm very interested in how that works.
yeah,
So, thank you guys. I see the comments. It's funny. Yeah, I just got to be raw on the videos. Let everyone know what's up.
hell
But
yeah. Um,
yeah. is good.
I would say, and for those who are unfamiliar, Sam Sulek is a bodybuilding YouTuber at this time, amassed 2.5 million subscribers, with not that many videos, but all the videos are like 40 minutes to like an hour long, unedited. Him just going about his day. Maybe he's grocery shopping, maybe he's working out, talking about maybe philosophy behind some work, things working out, but zero editing whatsoever, except for like maybe 5 cuts the entire hour-long video, and it's great, and people love it, and the authenticity seems to be back, so to speak, on YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess that's where I've kind of been directing my energy and my strategy is honestly less of the heavy editing and like the retention techniques. I just want to find a way to be as real as I can, like the most real life me on the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like what you're seeing right now. I know I'm on a camera. This is pretty much what I'm like in real life. I think. I mean, I'm still talking to a camera, but I think this is pretty authentic, and I'm trying to be more and more. And it's definitely been a lot of work. It does take a lot of work. I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, while I don't edit these videos and I do try to make them more authentic, I am not recording the first. That's not the first take. It takes time, days, and maybe even like 5 to 6 takes. Like sometimes I've recorded and I'm like I'm just stumbling too much and I don't know what I'm talking about. You can just tell. Like I'm like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So I got to sit back, redo it again. And then as you do it more, I feel like on the like third, fourth take, I'm like that's it. That looks freaking good. I like that.
Hmm. Yeah, one
So
thing I found is like create an outline. Well, there you go. Okay, so Drew, tips for people getting started with YouTube. Oh, and to your past question, for my videos nowadays, they're like 6 hour edits, 6 to 8 hours, I would say, to do all that. And that's the extent of it, between 10 and 20 minute long videos. Um, Tips for people getting started. Well, what do you think, Jake? You've actually you've gotten monetized recently, so
yeah.
you've been at this. Well, how many months did it take you to get monetized?
When I
Or a
started
thousand
the
subscribers?
yeah, I started the credit card things in February 1st, and I got monetized like 2 months ago. So probably like 7 months. It was like seven, 6. No, not
Nice.
6, like 7 to 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really focused on getting monetized, and I actually went up that whole part of that's like chapter one of the whole story. Like get that focusing on getting monetized in the beginning was my main goal, and then I got to the monetization threshold, and I was like, what's next? Like I'm like, what am I doing? And
Yep.
now I'm like, okay, all right. So what's going to happen with this whole thing? Like, what am I going to do? Am I enjoying it? I asked myself all these questions, and I thought, like, I got to find something that's just like maybe it's not about the monetization. I know the pay is cool and that's nice, and it could be a full time thing. I know like Spencer Johnson, some other people are doing it full time. That would be so cool to do eventually. But I think like as someone who works from home and doesn't connect, I mean, like I said, my first video is I have no friends. I have friends outside of like real life for sure, but or you know what I mean. But I
Right.
definitely want to connect more with you guys and like see what's going on and share like thoughts. And I think for tips to get started, I guess I'm going to answer that question. Tips to get started, I would say just I know it's tough looking at a camera because I've done it, and you get nervous and sweaty a little bit, and you got to do it all over. And I would say is if you can try your hardest to just be the most you that you can be, like I don't, and it might be weird. You might not know what that even means. If you consistently do it, you're going to learn more and more over time. And yeah. So I'd say that's kind of the most like focus on being the most like authentic yourself and camera presence over the editing and everything. That's kind of my opinion. But I don't
Hmm.
know. I mean, there's tons of strategies.
For sure. No, I totally
Yeah.
agree. Just pump the volume, do as many videos as possible, because no matter what, if you care about it enough, it'll get better every single video. You'll be thinking about, oh, could I add this? Maybe I could have said this differently. You'll create systems to make things easier. Maybe you'll script your videos, maybe you'll outline them. You'll just get more efficient over time. So I think just pump out low to medium volume quality videos, meaning like very little editing to medium if you care and you have time. Um, High quality information, obviously, and just
Hmm.
make 100 of them, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll get the
I
answers you need
quality
once you do
quality
that.
is important. Yeah, I think the quality is actually pretty important. Like I was making like just garbage quality in the beginning. I think
Hmm.
and mostly like with those videos are gone, but like if you can make really good quality without having to edit it and chop it all up and
Yeah.
make it look like that. If you can just if you know your stuff in front of the camera, people can connect, and I think that's kind of like what I'm trying to work on is like that's my strategy with
Yeah.
connect. Yeah.
I think people see the end result, but not how people actually got there in the first place. Oh, and Drew said, "Gonna go start karting my car." It's not
I
quite a
see
Tesla,
that.
but hopefully it will satisfy. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, wherever you feel the most comfortable, I'd say that's definitely the best. If you can just be relaxed and comfortable, that's definitely it. It's
Hell
kind
yeah.
of dark in here now. I wonder if I should move. I don't want to mess it all up though.
If you want, I don't know. Up to you. You actually look similar to me, but I don't know if it's just I haven't
Yeah,
noticed.
maybe it's
But
good.
you're starting to look more like your thumbnails, man. It's
Dude, I know.
yeah,
I got the shirt and everything.
yeah,
I got to
yeah.
figure out what to do with those thumbnails. Maybe
You know,
put
I
the
will say I did notice. How come? Yeah, I remember your original thumbnails had you had a suit on.
Oh yeah. Okay, so here's a story about that. So you're
Yeah.
so you're gonna ask me what happened why I don't do that anymore?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, that was yeah, what's up, Jacob? Jacob's Points and Profit. I've
Hey.
seen you before, dude. Hell yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, the story behind the suit picture. I went to Washington State, right? I said that earlier, but it's from my college. They took a picture of me. I was actually on the front page of the business magazine, just randomly.
Oh.
They asked me in class, and I was like, "Yo," because I was working at the school, and they asked me to do it. And that picture is a professional photo from my school, and I was on the front page of a magazine for like the local school, and I thought that was cool. And so I got the picture, and I was like, you know what? I'm just getting started. Do I really need to make a good thumbnail? Let's just throw that on there and call it a day and make a video. And that's kind of I as someone getting started, it's already hard enough. I said that earlier. It's dude, it's so hard getting started, and there's so many things with YouTube. So I thought I'm just gonna make it easy on me in the first couple of times. I don't need a good thumbnail, and yeah, that's where that started. Even my profile picture is still that because I was like, yeah, I just need
Hmm.
some sort of profile picture, and this one's the only good photo I can find, and yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't wear a suit. I gotta change it. I gotta change it maybe, but we'll see.
That's funny. That's funny. I like it though. That's I didn't think you'd have a story with that. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah,
Mr. Potato Ben Hedges still wears a suit jacket. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
does.
do.
You do be doing that. Wow.
Um, Interesting. My last thing with YouTube was because with your style, I said it at the very intro, but it's very entertaining, and I find myself just watching and then
Mhm.
watching and then finishing, right? And it's not just because you're also a fellow YouTuber and that's what we do for one another, but it's also like I'm just entertained the entire time, while getting obviously info as well. But I just noticed that's like an overarching theme. It's like it's fast paced, it's your thoughts, it's raw, for the most part. Not cut as much nowadays, and it's just really interesting. Jake's a master storyteller. So what made you kind of implement this? Obviously, you want to be authentic, but do you have other thoughts about how you want to progress with your content over time? Is it going to remain storytelling and raw, or how do you figure? You think?
That's a great question. It's isn't it just hard to figure out what's next? It's definitely the hardest thing that I've figured out. I don't know. I honestly don't. I barely answer that question, but I
Yeah.
guess it's every time I make a video, I kind of learn a little bit about it, and I'm like, maybe I'll try something a little different next time and see how it goes. And I mean, the hardest part right now is with not a lot of scale, not a lot of volume. It's hard to determine what's
Hmm.
working, what's not.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's a lot of it is luck. When it comes to the YouTube analytics, I don't have any video that's just randomly blown up at all. I mean, some people have that. Like my biggest video is like 5,000 something. That's pretty awesome. But
Hmm.
I know there's some other channels that have maybe one video that's like 35,000 or 80,000, just like one video. I haven't found that video yet, but
Yeah.
I guess it's not about that. I'm not trying to just blow up because what can you learn from that? I just don't feel like there's a lot to learn. But
Hmm.
I guess with how I'm going to go forward with it, I think like Josh said, the storytelling. I guess it's like it's like almost like you're there, and I'm just kind of trying to like tell you what's up and how's it going, and just almost like that's the best way I've found to communicate to people is kind of through I guess telling a story. Do I really tell a story? I guess it is, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because I mean, if you're talking about I mean, most of your videos are just based on your thoughts on what you should do in the future, and usually you'll talk through the process the entire video, and then you get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I've made a couple videos that aren't like that, mostly in the beginning, where it's like
Hmm.
5 travel credit cards.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know. I just it's just boring for me to make. Like, I guess I get a lot of people make those, and I guess it's like definitely interesting and helpful. But I don't know. Sometimes I just look at the camera and I'm kind of just like zone out. I'm like, wait, what am I talking about? But like I've written entire scripts that are word for word, and it's like I can't do it. Like I've become the robot before, and it just doesn't sound that good when I listen back in the editing bay, and I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
is boring. Dang it! I got to record it again. Let's see what people
Mhm.
say here. It's not like fiction. No, it's real, dude. This is all real. It's all real. Thank you, John. I think it is. Methodical and entertaining. Yeah, that's how I try to be. If it's just I've actually made some videos that are just blabbing around. It's not probably not the best for the community. I guess not best for the community, but I mean, I got to be helpful too. So I think it's like what is it? Edutainment. It's like
Mhm.
education entertainment kind of vibe,
Yeah,
mashing that together, and I guess we're all learning and being entertained.
definitely. I think you've been doing it well. I think you gotta just keep doing what you're doing for sure.
Yeah,
Um, you know, what you know, what got you here will also get you there at this point, I would say. Um,
yeah.
I wanted to steal a little bit of there's another fellow podcast that kind of just got started.
Hmm.
I was on one of them, and Chad was on one of them. This guy, Richie, the CEO. I don't know if you guys.
I've
I
seen him in
can't
the comments
plug
somewhere.
anything. Oh, really? Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
think
Well,
so.
Richie's always in the comments. That's right. That's right. He's a great guy. But he has these interesting things called Beyond Credit, and he talks about like just their thoughts on things outside of just credit cards or just their life story and stuff. So I want to kind of steal a little bit of what he does, and I wanted to ask you, you're the first person, but he'll usually ask a couple questions about themselves. So I wanted to ask you and see how it goes.
Hmm.
So first question is, what do you like most about yourself?
That's interesting. Oh man, I gotta say, oh, that's a good question. Sometimes I honestly think I'm funny. That's kind of a boring one though. I mean, I think I'm pretty freaking funny. Like I can make people laugh. I don't know. I think as I get more comfortable in here, I'm kind of having a good time making people laugh. I think that's something I really like about myself. I guess some people. I guess I sometimes could say the smile. I know someone in the comments said I got a big smile, and that's you gotta just rock with what you got. I guess that's yeah. I guess I do like those features about me. I'd have to say that's how I'd answer that.
Nice. And then
Yeah.
conversely, what would you say you like the least about yourself? What do you kind of hate about it? About
Oh
yourself? What do you hate? Not hate, but what do you like the
yeah. Let
least
me
about
think.
yourself?
Oh man.
What's
You
up,
know,
Stan? Hmm.
Yo, Stan, what's up? How's it going? I guess for what I don't like about myself, dude, that's a tough question. Oh,
I like everything about myself.
yeah. No, dude, it's okay. So I think honestly, I don't like how I bounce around sometimes. Like it's kind of a weird thing, but like I'll talk about one thing and kind of just go from another thing. And I think sometimes I can just get blabby and talk too long. And I don't like doing that. I want to have like a conversation with people, and I think
Hmm.
sometimes I'll just get a little bit off, a little bit unhinged, and keep on talking. And I think like definitely my girlfriend, she's like she just like zones out for a second. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry, but it's good. I guess that's how I'd answer that question.
Hmm. Now, here's a little bit. Another thing that he was also asked me. What would you say? Speaking of your girlfriend, what do you think she would say is her thing that she likes about you the most, in her opinion? You think?
I think she thinks I'm funny, and I guess
Hmm.
it's like I mean it's kind of cheesy, but I think it's important in a relationship. It's
Yeah.
if you gotta laugh with your partner, have a good time. It's definitely something that we both do together. And I think she would have to say that. Yeah, I think she thinks I'm funny. My friends think I'm funny, and hope my audience thinks I'm funny. But we'll have to see.
This
Yeah,
has reminded me of planes, trains, and automobiles. My
I
friends like me. My customers like me. That's
yeah
great though. Hmm.
yeah that's good. I could go to the gym more. I honestly want to get bigger. That's something I don't like about myself as much either.
Well, you seem like you actually have you well, how tall are you? Like 5'11"?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah, I figured.
yeah.
I could just you have a frame of somebody who would yeah, you have the frame of somebody who would get pretty jacked fairly
Dude, I
quickly.
think I
Very
could.
wide frame. Yeah.
I think I could do it. Like honestly, like I'm not like I mean I'm not gonna like flex, I guess, but like I'm not super big. I'm kind of a skinny dude. I've been like that for a while. I mean, but I definitely want to change that. Josh, am I handsome or cute? I guess like I'll let the comments decide on that one. I don't know.
Well, you did just so I unless you aren't familiar, we'll actually keep this going so that people know every
Right.
single time they come on. But Cesar, your good friend Cesar, he has a metric by which if someone is handsome or cute, um, and that's based on height, and it actually came from like his army days. So if
Oh,
you're under 6 foot, you're cute. If you're over
uh,
6 foot, you're handsome.
dude, I knew it. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I was thinking, oh, dang it, I'm freaking cute, dude.
0
There's
women in
no
this
women
chat.
in this
Yeah.
chat, that's for sure.
There might be one. I thought I
Maybe.
saw Kate at the beginning. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
Uh, um, yeah, we need more women in the credit card
I
community.
think mine's like 98% guys. What what's yours?
Actually, it grows over time. I'm now at 10% female audience,
Dude,
killing it,
that's
right?
killer, man. Let's go.
And ever since I got married, it just blew up. I don't know why. It's like you become desirable because you're so
Oh, yeah.
attainable.
You have the ring on in the videos, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. That's nice.
All of a sudden, 10%. Nobody
Yeah.
comments though. That's funny.
Wow.
Um, how does your girlfriend feel about you being on YouTube?
She thinks it's a little bit cringe, I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Really?
she's definitely, yeah, not like in a bad way, but I ask
Yeah.
her so much about it. I'm like, "Do you like this thumbnail?" Like, I'll send her, like, 3 thumbnails in a text, and I'll be like, "Thumbs up, which one you like the most?"
Yeah.
And she's like she'll do it for me, but I can tell she's like, I talk about it a lot, okay? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how much you do it, but I definitely get
All
a
the
lot
time.
of from her. My player too, as Mr. Potato says, right,
Hmm.
my or authorized user, it could be one of those either, but she's, definitely helping me out in the game, and, I think she's definitely supporting it. She's 100% supporting it, and, I mean, she's even supporting it in the travels and, like, helping me, get some points on whatever sign-up bonus I'm working on, but it's been good. It's been good.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Um,
thinks I see that, Josh. It's kind of cringe. I mean, I'm trying to not be like cringy a little bit, but yeah, now she makes short form. Yeah, it's dude. I think short form is kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie, but
oh my
that's what
god.
I only have like 5, and they're just not that good anyway. But
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Another couple things I'll steal from the other podcast. He kind of does these rapid fires. I only have like two off the top of my head. But the first thought that comes to mind is, or well, first thought that comes to your mind. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, dude, I honestly am not a big movie guy, which is really really weird. I mean, a lot of people don't like that. I mean, honestly, that could be one of the things I don't like about myself is I don't like movies. But
Hmm.
if I had to pick one, I really like Robin Williams. I think
Hmm.
I like the RV movie from way back in the day. I don't know if you guys
Oh
know
yeah.
that, but they like rent an RV and go on some adventure, and I thought that was funny, dude. I thought that was really funny. Or any Adam Sandler movie. God, it's funny, dude.
Same.
He's funny.
Anything he puts out, I'm happy about. I'm just good with it. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
yeah.
Even the cobbler.
Oh my
I
god.
watched that. I was
I
good
want
with
to see
that.
him walking around. I want to see him walk around the city. Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be cool. Then you
You know
got to
who I just
vlog.
saw? Actually, I just saw Logan Paul the other day.
Did you really?
I did. I looked at him like that. And I'm like, no, that's definitely Logan Paul. And I didn't want to bother him, but he was just walking right through Gramercy, dude. Yeah,
Wow. I'm
yeah,
surprised.
yeah. But
Huh.
I don't know. I guess unrelated, but yeah.
Someone as big as him, I would think you would have like security all the time and
No,
stuff. That's pretty.
he was with his girlfriend. I think he has a girlfriend. His girlfriend and one other dude. I think it was his friend. They look like they were friends. Could be a bodyguard though, but just 3
Hmm.
people, including him, were walking around.
Wow.
Yeah,
Huh. That's
completely
pretty interesting.
unbothered too. No one was really bothering him, which is I didn't want to be the first, so I
Yeah.
let it go. Yeah,
You'll be the next boxing match. It'll be you.
yeah, dude.
Um, also, off the top of your, well, whatever, favorite comedian?
Comedian. Oh, do you guys know Stavros Halkias?
Yeah.
The big Greek guy. That guy's
Mm-hmm.
funny, dude. I don't know if you guys know it, and I'll see you in the comments if anyone does. But dang, that guy's funny, dude. I actually bought a ticket to a show, but then I ended up having to sell it because I was moving right in time. But that was in Chicago. I want to go again. He was just in New York, but
Hmm.
yeah, he's funny, man. He's from Baltimore. He's really funny. You got to
Oh,
check it out. Stavros Halkias. Stavi.
good to know. I know of him. I just never watched his stuff before. Huh.
Yeah,
That's pretty
I
cool.
found it through YouTube Shorts randomly. That's just kind of how I find things nowadays. It seems.
Same. Yeah. I love the
Yeah,
comedians on shorts. I like Troy Bond and well, Matt Rife, even though there's some controversies now. Who
yeah.
knows? Yeah, Troy Bond. I love watching on there. Funny dudes on there for
Andrew
sure.
Schultz. Andrew
Yeah,
Schultz.
of
Yeah,
course. Yeah, 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 yeah. We actually saw what the hell did we see? No, we didn't see him. We saw oh man, I'm trying to remember. Well, we saw a few comedians. We saw Tim Dillon. Um, he's funny. Well, we saw Joe Rogan live in Atlantic City, and then also Andrew Santino, who's there as well, and Tony Hinchcliffe. He was there too. That's right.
Yeah.
The
I couldn't help but notice Mr. Potato. That's honestly great. That's a great take. That's a hot take. And honestly, I think you're right. Let me see. I guess I'll just talk about it. Sorry to interrupt here, Anthony, but I thought that was a heck of a comment that makes sense. So, I guess bothering your girlfriend. I know that I should probably not do that as much. If I feel like it could have more success because, well, let me talk about something real quick. I made a video called "I Went to a Lounge." It was not good. It did. I got like
mm,
500 views, and that video I sent to my friends, my group chat, like my boys, and I was like, "Hey guys, which one has the best thumbnail?" And oh, dude, they're just the wrong people to ask. And I think that it's like that did not. It just the whole idea was bad. But I got honestly every time I've been doing that, it's been worse. So it's tough. Maybe I got to start talking with you guys, get into the community and ask.
I think that's the best thing.
Yeah,
There's 2 things I would suggest. Well, because I used to do the same. I used to send it to my wife and stuff, and she would heart which ones, but if she eventually gets skewed over time, and she's not necessarily the person who's watching the videos, so she's not a
actually, yeah,
good data point, she's just
yeah. She's
not.
like, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, just pick one. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I used to send it to my brother-in-law because he's just the absolute most like he's all on YouTube. He doesn't care about like anything else in life. It's like he'll just tell you whatever one pops into his head. Like that one looked the nicest, so he'll just send that. So I found he was good insight, but then over time you kind of learn better than their opinions. I've noticed
yeah.
because like some things people liked, I went with mine, did very well and stuff like that. But as Josh said, the venture capital Discord.
I'll
There's
start
actually a
talking
little
in there.
section we have for creators. So if anybody is a creator in here, you can post your thumbnails there, and other creators can tell you, or just shoot it out in there and be like, which thumbnail you think is best, or something like that. I would say do your community post on YouTube first, though, like a quiz.
I saw you did that. Yeah.
I did that like yeah, I did that before, and I noticed it was cool results. Just seeing like what was a clear winner. So I would
Yeah.
definitely do that first, probably, and
You know
just
what
see
I'm really
what would you click
excited
on.
for?
Hmm.
The A/B testing. I don't know if you
Oh
saw.
my god,
Good IQ just posted about it, dude.
yeah,
They
that is
talked
so
about
cool.
A/B testing is coming to YouTube early 2024. Finally,
Yeah.
so
So for those of you guys who aren't aware, you'll be able to upload. Well, if we make 3 thumbnails, it will upload 3 thumbnails, and one of them will be served to you. It's like a split 33% on all 3 of them. Whichever one people click on the most and watch the most of, it'll feed everyone that thumbnail. So this is pretty cool. So like I do this now when I'm on YouTube. I'll look at Mr. Beast videos.
Mhm.
I'll refresh, and it's a new
Yeah,
thumbnail. I'll refresh a new thumbnail. He's got like 5 different
yeah,
thumbnails for the
oh
same
yeah.
video. I love it. I think it's going to be so cool. And next year it's coming out. So
It's gonna help with the headache of getting the right one too. That's hard.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool. Um, so let's get into, if you want, unless you have something else,
sure.
um, some of the Discord questions, and of course anybody who's live right now
Yeah.
um, has a question for Mr. Jake
What's up, guys?
over here.
Ask away. I didn't wait. So you asked in the Discord? That's awesome. I didn't check.
Yeah, usually
How
every
many
week.
questions?
Huh? We got a few this time.
Oh, nice.
Um, 3 or 4, I think. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I'll answer them. Let's
So,
see if anyone has them here first.
let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, Tinder has A/B testing. I didn't know that.
Tinder?
Huh?
Dang. Tinder thumbnail? I don't even know that. Wow.
Well, we actually look like we might be on Tinder right now. If you like swipe, it's Jake. If you swipe, it's me.
I know.
Whoever
I
you
gotta
want to
get my
swipe
hair
on.
better.
It's oh god. So the first question, I'll actually, because he mentioned it earlier, Ravenous. I hope you're still here. He he asked this question. He wants me to ask this question to everybody
Hmm.
who's on the podcast for like maybe 4 months now, 3 months now. Um, thank you, Josh. Uh, he wants to know: would you be willing to do a creator meetup next year at the Frying Pan Hotel?
Where is that?
So, if you've ever have you ever looked at my channel before, like the banner at the top, like 10,000?
Oh yeah, dude.
That's the
Yeah, what is
Frying
that
Pan.
about? I'm actually so curious.
Where is it?
What is the whole thing about? Like, where is that? Is this what you're talking about? I assume.
Yes, yeah, yeah. So that's the Frying Pan Hotel. I think it was bought and restored like 50, 60 years ago, something like that. But one guy, Used to be, I guess, like a lighthouse, etc. Sailboats coming in. Obligatory nope. Yeah, Josh is the most against it. He thought it would
I'll do it.
collapse if he
I'll do
came.
it with you.
You too. Oh my god.
Yeah. Where is it? Is it off the Atlantic coast somewhere?
It's right in Wilmington, North Carolina.
And it's just off the coast. You have to take a boat there.
Helicopter.
And it's called the Frying Pan Hotel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'm down.
Well, I'm gonna try to get it like for free, but it's like $1,500 for a 3-day stay. It's pretty freaking expensive,
Oh yeah,
but
how do you do that? Like, how is that? What points is it booked with? I don't even know. Is it
actually, VentureX Mile. No, it's not. No points. It's just it's. I
the
think it's
portal?
technically donation $1,500, and then you get to see it. But you stay there for 3 days. You helicopter in. They have skeet shooting. They have like you can hit golf balls into the ocean. I think biodegradable. I
Yeah,
think there's food there. Well, obviously there's food there for 3 days and stuff. But yeah, I think it's just one guy, and you can book multiple people. But it's pretty wild.
I'm down. I don't know why not.
That's so funny. Okay, so I think we have to. Ravnus, if you're watching, we're gonna have to have a tally of all the people that said they would. So Cesar was an instant yes. You're pretty much an instant yes. It's
So
few
it's in,
people that
so I
said
would just
yes.
fly
But,
to Wilmington, right? That's not that bad.
yeah, yeah, either or. I actually drove there recently to go see it, um, and I didn't get to see it because it's like 30 miles off the coast. But the hotel I stayed at, the Hotel Val's, actually had pictures of it. I was like, this is awesome. I was like, wow, this is it for my future.
Yeah,
But I can only go there if I hit 10,000
dude,
subscribers.
we got
So.
to get you to 10,000 subs.
I guess, I
Yeah,
guess, I guess it's the only way.
yeah.
Who knows if that'll ever happen? But it doesn't matter if it does. Uh, no executive lounge, no MR. Actually, that'll be the last executive Hilton lounge.
Yeah,
That'll be the last one, right? Um,
alas.
that's funny. Okay, so good to know. Uh, Mr. Energy God himself, Abdullahi, he asked you.
Oh,
He said Jake's channel blew up really quickly. Good job. Question is, what is your favorite YouTube credit card? Like the one that gets the most amount of views? What
Amex
do you
Gold. Dude, I got a lot of dislikes on that video that I just posted.
Jeez.
I don't know if you guys know, but so Amex Gold is the favorite YouTuber credit card, I think, because that one, Team Classic, Team Rose Gold, of course, it's so fun to talk about, and it just seems to be like one of the hot credit cards out there. You know, I mean, I'm sure Anthony, you've talked about it, and it just seems to be something that everyone wants to watch and learn about. I don't know why, but yeah, I made a video called "I'm canceling my Amex Gold." ... And I got like probably like 18 dislikes on that, and at a ratio of like 65 likes. So that's I have like an
Wow.
80, dude. It's like 80% like, 20% dislike.
Wow.
Guys, I'm sorry about that. I didn't cancel it. I just thought I was a little tired of the credits, and I think I did some bad clickbait. I'm not gonna do that again, but yeah, MX
Wow.
School is definitely my favorite to talk about for sure.
Hey, it happens. It happens. I did the same. Well, I did one on like the CSP like over a year ago. Actually, people genuinely actually liked the message, but I ended up having to keep it because like I didn't have a transfer partner, and I was gonna get the chasing prefer, but then I think I got like denied or something for the transfer partner, and I said I'm just gonna leave this. So it's been like a year plus now um, that I still have it. But yes, you're
How
doing
many
fine.
dislikes? What's the rate? What's the percent of that one?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even look at the dislike
Yeah,
ratio. I just how many comments are like hate me. That's all I care about.
dude, the comments. Sometimes the comments are a little scary, but it's all right. You know, what's your favorite card to talk about? Actually,
The Yada card. It's my
I
favorite.
saw that, dude. I haven't thought about. So that's the Yada card. That's your thing, and the curve thing, and the curve card too.
Yeah, that's been
Well,
fun. Yeah, curve Yada combo.
so
Yeah.
what happened
Mhm.
with all that? I've been watching that on the side, but I don't know what happened. Something changed about it, right? They nerfed it or something.
So, well, there was two things. So we had the God trifecta, which was Calby's
Right,
creation, his which was the curve card and the build card, so that if you the first of the month is build rent day, so everything is multiplied by two. All your multipliers are doubled and everything like that. So he just figured the curve card lets you essentially go back in time or just route the charge to any day you want. So you just wait till the first, route all the charges
right.
from like your Chase Freedom Flex. Who knows? Who cares? Put that on to built, and all the charges will appear as though it was all transacted on the first, meaning you get double points for everything. Bilt caught on, they changed the rule, now it's called the Calvi clause, and so now you can no longer do it.
That's sick.
But in the middle of the night one day, I was like, I texted Calvi. I like woke up and I was like, it's like midnight. I said, Calvi, what if I use the curve card with the Yada card? Because like the Yada card, if you swipe it, you have like a certain percent chance of getting the item for free. So I'm like, wouldn't I technically have an infinite amount of chances of getting something for free? Because I could just swipe it. If it's not for free, okay, going back to the Freedom Flex. Swipe it again, not free. Okay, now it's free. All right, it's gonna stay there. You know, but every time it's not free, I just move it over. And upon doing that, I realized, well, you also get other things if it's not free. You get a couple like cents here and there, a couple tickets toward the daily lottery that you do keep. So it's
Yeah.
essentially free money. So, you know, I'm waiting for it to get shut down, but that's my yeah, that's why I like talking about the Yada's just a it's just a funny like nobody takes it seriously, but like somehow I'm deriving so much value from it because I'm just using it like a madman. Nobody's used it more than me. Guaranteed, nobody's swiping it every
What's
day.
your like if, out of like the last 6 months? How long have you used it straight? Do you use it for everything? Like everything?
I mean, up until now, I have the Chase Sync Unlimited. I'm going to use that for the next 3 months, but I used it exclusively for like 3 months straight.
Okay,
Yeah,
so for 3 months, how much value back do you think you got? I'm just curious.
I did a video. The total percent return ended up being, if we're just talking Curve Yada alone, because I had a few percentages, I think Curve Yada alone, everything ended up, because I put furniture, moving expenses, everything on it. I think the total percentage back ended up being like 7% or 7.3 or so, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, Maybe it was 8. I can't. It was one of those two because then I took because then not only that, because the purchases that weren't for free, moved it
Mhm.
over to her Freedom Flex, which is Chase points, transferring it to Hyatt. So the total after like Hyatt points and my Yada earnings and my Curve cashback ended up being like 10.5% on all spend. But I
Not
think if
bad.
you're just Curve cash plus Yada winnings, it was like 8%, something like that. So it was sick because I got a lot of things. I got some things for free just by using it. And
Yeah.
Chad, my kid is
So
in here
Chad,
cheering for you, Jake. Let's go.
thank you. It's awesome.
So yeah, that's my plight with the yacht. But now I'm probably gonna sock drawer for now to hit the bonus on the income limited.
That's pretty good,
Uh,
honestly. If you're getting like 7 to what you said, 10% like return on spend for just
yeah,
like everything, and it's not a sign up bonus, I mean, that's awesome.
right. And
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people have signed up since and other people like Calby is using it the same method. I think he's made like $90 so far in like the last month of using it, like just from
Wow.
like getting things for free and stuff. I'm like, whoa. So I'm trying to start the Yada movement a little bit.
Dang, I gotta look into it. What's that video called? I'll take a look.
uh,
It-
I think it's like I found the best cashback credit card of 2023.
Nice. Okay, I'll look
Yeah,
at that.
yeah, maybe 8 videos ago, 10 videos, something like that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Um, upon you talking about like canceling the gold card and etc., Matt Clausen in the Discord also asked you, what will it take for you to cancel the gold in the Venture X? You think?
Okay, so for the gold, as you know, there's lots of credits, as you know. Okay, so I am able to use the credits pretty easily because there's a really good burrito place down the street. I mean, it's New York. There's tons of stuff around.
Hmm,
I like to get pickup, so I order on Uber Eats for pickup. And if I'm not doing that, I'll probably end up taking the Uber. It's
yeah.
that's fine. But if I do, like the Grubhub, right, the Grubhub credit or Shake Shack. First of all, I got it when I was eating Shake Shack Wrigleyville for you Chicago guys. Oh, I was just loving that, but I'm just not loving it anymore. I'm just tired of Shake Shack. Plus, I moved and I'm not next to Shake Shack anymore. And I'm trying to,
Hmm,
not eat all that junk. But I guess Grubhub is fine. I have Grubhub Plus from some other card, probably the CSR. But
hmm,
here's the problem with all this. It's not like the eating out part and the takeout, but it's the fact that I'm paying more like for the same exact service. I guess I got to go through a phone, be even more a little antisocial. I'm not gonna lie, and just go grab the bag and leave. Like honestly, I like walking in there and just like talking to people, saying, "Hey, how's it going? Like, what's your recommendation?" I like waiting in there. It's not that big of a deal. I don't need to be in that much of a hurry. And I guess that's where I feel like it's like I'm getting sucked further into this, further and further away from the good restaurant experience that I kind of want to go to, even though it's takeout. So, and you're paying more, guys. You're paying a little bit more sometimes. Sometimes the prices are like, it'll be like 13.41 or
Mm,
13.49 in Grubhub, but that burrito's $12 if you walk in the store.
yeah.
That's my experience, and I'm like, okay, so this is not a $10 effective annual fee. It's a $30 to $40 effective annual fee. If you're paying all
Hmm.
those, it adds up. All those little charges add up, and I guess yes, the benefits are great, and the forex back is pretty good. What did you say, Matt? Hang on. Okay, so you just did a thing, yeah. Hey, I'm doing a thing too, but I guess that's my whole frustration with that card. The Venture X, look, I think it's a great beginner card. I guess I somehow stumbled upon the CSR and now the platinum for you guys who just I haven't broken that news yet, but it's coming tomorrow.
Wow.
So I have all three. If one's got to go, it's going to be the Venture X. I don't. I got to remember, I have the lift benefits. For me, I got the lift benefits. He took the comment away. Okay, Matt. Yes, guys. So I use the city bikes, and I need that membership to get around. That's my main
Hmm.
main way to get around. That's where I'm like this the specific. I'm that specific weird oddball use case here. So that's why I have all three. I would if I didn't have that, CSR is going. I don't care. But
Hmm.
yeah, I just don't want to pay. I just don't want to pay on the Venture X anymore. I could probably, yeah, it's good. I see that, John. It's pretty good for me. I'm just gonna ask my mom or my sister if they need a flight. I'll just book it for them. Otherwise, I'm gonna can that card. I just don't need it anymore. It's a
Makes
good card.
sense.
I just don't need it.
Hmm. Do you think, because actually this is connected a little bit to the last Discord question, which was Abdullahi as well, because it was kind of like, what would it take for you to cancel the gold? Like it's easy for you, but on top of that, he added like, what do you think would have to change? Like, would the annual fee have to go up to like 325, 350, three
Ooh,
seventy five? Like what would you cap it out at? I guess let me continue because he also that's right. He added like maybe if it went up to 325, but it gave you like a hotel multiplier. Maybe if
oh,
it went up to 350, but gave you like more Grubhub or Uber Eats credits. Maybe 375 at a 3x gas multiplier. Like you think you would pay for anything higher than 250
I'd
if they
pay
gave
if
you a
it,
couple of things?
I'd pay if the value's there. If it's something like FHR credits, no, I haven't used that yet, and I just got the platinum. I got to figure it out and learn it. I don't know about that. I don't want to make it more complicated. But if it's gas, it's gone, dude. I don't pay for gas anymore. I just don't. It's something I don't pay for. But
Hmm,
what else? If it's more food credits, more Uber and Grubhub. I mean, God, it probably is going to be that. I think it probably will because they're going to raise the. I think they are going to raise it. I just don't know what they're going to do to it. Uh,
hmm,
if they made it $20 Uber credit per month and left the dining credit as is and raised the annual fee to whatever they raised it to, and let's just say the new effective annual fee with just straight up math was like still $10 or maybe $20, I'd keep it. But
hmm,
if I'm paying 50 or higher or 70 or something, and that's all I can get from it, like the effective annual fee standard on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is 250 because most people aren't using the rest of the credits. If
hmm.
it starts to get up like that, I just don't know, man. It's a tough question because I like the forex back on everything, but I don't know if I like it that much.
Hmm.
I just don't know. I don't know, but you know, let's see. Yeah, they better provide more credits. I'm with you, John. I hope so. I mean, I guess who knows what's gonna happen. I don't want it to be like some Amex proprietary thing like FHR. That would make me frustrated. I just don't want to pay more into their ecosystem.
It's true. I will say though, now that you got the platinum, I could send you some cool, close enough to $200 FHR hotels that you can go to, and it's like amazing experience. Yeah.
Dude, awesome. I send that in the Discord. Send that to my Discord thing. I actually have. So here's the thing. I just signed up in December. I get
Mm,
all annual credits right now, and then I get them again in
yep.
January. Sebi
Make
was
sure you
just
book.
talking about it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Sebi was talking about. I got to figure out everything right before. I'm gonna make a video about it because it's fun to talk about. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was actually just casually looking for one night stays somewhere, and I couldn't really find anything. Like I was thinking something. There's something on like what is it like some random stay out in like it's like honestly like next to Coney Island or something. I was like, that's the only one that's close enough where I could just go do it real quick. But
Well, just know you can book it for the following year.
that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I figured that out about halfway through my research. Like,
Mm,
oh yeah, I can just book it for like. Can I book it all the way through any time in the year for next year?
yeah. Like
Okay.
I think I booked. Well, I think I did it twice, but I think last year I waited till like December 20th, uh,
Yeah.
or maybe later. It might have been the 28th or something like that, where it just posted right before the next year, so I got the credits. But I just booked out for like Valentine's Day, and I think I did Oh, that's right. I think I booked one Valentine's Day, and then another year I booked it out in like August. So yeah, you can book it out
I need to
far.
do that soon. What time is it? It's the 9th. I got to figure
Yeah.
that out soon.
Plus the airline credits and stuff. Yeah, you got a little
Oh,
work
I
to do
just
with
did
that.
that. I just
Oh,
liquidated. I don't know. I did the United Travel Bank method. Does that work?
okay. Yeah. From what I
Right? Because
hear, it still
I just
works. Yeah.
I mean that's the quickest. I kind of jumped the gun. I did it like the day I got it.
That's
I was
funny.
like, let's just get it done. Get one of the credits done. But a lot of the other credits I do get naturally, which is nice, like Uber and
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
other things I forgot.
Yeah, little thing I learned recently is the Walmart Plus credit. If you have a flat, because it just happened to me, so I just think about it now. It's like if you have a flat with Walmart Plus membership, they'll fix your flat for free if you're a Walmart Plus member, as long as the nail is in the center mass, not in the
Oh
outside
yeah,
wheel.
yeah.
So, of
Oh, so
course.
yeah, that's nice. What if it's
Yeah.
like my girlfriend's car or something like that? Is that no or yeah? Does that have to be my own car? You think?
No, no, I think if you just Walmart Plus member, just go there. You book it
Hmm.
with your account, and you're good. Yeah. If I learned that, I
Okay.
was like, whoa. This is something other. There's other things too. Like if you buy like a battery and stuff from like from Walmart, parts for your car, for the most part, I've seen like a battery and stuff, and you ask them to install it. If it's a Walmart bought product, so they will install it for free if you're a Walmart Plus member. So that could actually rack up. That could save
Yeah.
you some money. So it's good to know.
Yeah.
But how often are you buying batteries from Walmart? I don't know. I'll probably start, but
Yeah.
well, I can't now. Can't buy this battery at freaking Walmart, but I
Yeah.
can buy the 12-volt battery, I guess, at least. So that's good.
I guess. I just thought of something interesting I wanted to ask you. I like watches and I think they're cool and I see you're wearing something that's pretty sick. I just want to know what it is.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
It's Citizen. She got it for me for a birthday one time.
Dude, nice man.
Uh,
That's awesome. The gold is sick, dude. That the team gold, man.
I'm gold everywhere. It's like you
Yeah.
can't the gold freaking wedding band too and stuff.
Nice
So
man. I have just a Casio on. You got to keep it classy, you know.
not bad, not bad, man.
I don't know
Yeah,
how much watch and credit card crossover we got here, but I just thought I'd ask.
oddly, I think there is a good crossover in the Discord. I've noticed
Yeah.
a lot of guys who talk about watches. I'm not really. I just wear this because I like the color, I like the way it looks, but I'm not really in the
Yeah.
watch game. Like all my watches are free. She got it for me, so I
Oh,
just wear.
nice.
I just wear them. Calvi gave you back your gold Rolex. Oh
Gold.
right. Now that I think about it, I think you're just joking, but I think I do remember a stream where me and him did it together. I actually gave him my watch for a moment. I think we did an arm wrestle or something in Nashville. I think he won, and I just gave him the watch. I forgot. That's you reminded me of that, but you might just be
Oh
joking.
yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. So that was all the that was all the Discord questions. Are there anything else that you wanted to kind of bring up here today, or I don't know, messages and stuff?
Um, I think I'm definitely gonna get more active in the Discord chat. I mean, shout out to you guys who are still here watching, but yeah, I want to connect with everyone. You know, keep going on all the credit card banter. You know, it's a lot of fun. So I think I really like connecting with everyone, and I gotta not be so nervous when I'm talking in the chat. I guess, but yeah, I think that's all I got. I guess you know I got. Oh, I'm always changing my strategy, as you guys know. I used to title my videos. I found the best strategy of fill in the blank, but
Yeah.
I'm talking strategy a lot, and I guess that's just what I like to do. So I mean, really, that's all I got. I'm very excited to use the platinum card. So, oh yeah,
Oh
you guys
yeah.
have weekly roundtable discussions. I see you guys talking like one of those rooms, right, in the Discord.
Yeah, we call it the Centurion Lounge.
Yeah, Mr. Potato.
so so
Oh, the
original, but
Centurion Lounge. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what you guys were talking about earlier. Okay, I'll check.
Hmm.
I'll check it out. And then Mr. Potato, I see watches here. Yes, Seiko. Seiko's pretty cool. I think that could
Hmm.
be something interesting. I need to get something a little more. I mean, I don't need to, but just like credit card, you can always get something better and keep on going up the ladder. I guess. So I want to get something new.
How to climb the watch ladder. That's funny.
Dude,
Yeah,
honestly, yeah.
let's make that video.
Yeah.
John, I need to get on Discord more often. John, you're part. I didn't know you were actually in there. Unless you've been for a while, I just haven't seen you. But I thought, wow, go Swiss or go home. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. I go
Let's
scrolling.
check the description, Darius. Every video we got Discord
I
in there.
that's how I kind of got started here. I guess I wasn't really commenting much, but I was honestly lurking in the Discord, but now I'll get active in it. I was a lurker.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Wrong flag. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Well,
I thought. I was like, what is that flag there?
I don't know what that is.
Now you got it. MR
Huh.
points or Mister. I don't know.
MR. That's just we just leave it. We leave it at that. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's always traveling. He puts stuff in the Discord
Oh, that's
occasionally.
cool.
Funny guy.
Cool.
So man, this was great. I was really
Yeah.
happy that you were able to come on with me today. This was a lot of fun for sure.
Dude,
Hmm.
absolutely, man. It's been fun. I mean, like shout out to all you guys supporting it. It's a lot of fun. This is something I didn't know I was going to stumble into, and I'm very excited for what's next. I'm going to keep on going with my videos and see what happens.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, again, thank you to everybody who is here as well. So let's just see who we got. Josh, Mr. Potato, John McKinstry, Amor, Darius, Matt Clausen,
Yep, Josh, shout out to you, man. I'm going to be there for the holidays.
Phil,
Maybe I'll hit you up in the Discord.
Chaz Money Mitts, Drew. What's up, Drew? I want to see that channel, Drew. Let's see that video, Drew. Let's see
Yeah,
that video coming up. But yeah, thank you again, Jake, and I guess I'll see you all next Saturday with a new guest, another interesting guest next week.
I'm
So,
excited. Thank you,
of
Anthony. I appreciate it.
course, man. Thank you. All right.
All right.
Take care,
Bye, everyone.
everybody. Have fun.
All right. See ya.